12 calls that you didn't close is they're not closing the deals. So what is happening on these sales calls?
This hesitation to go into the numbers, mainly they can't afford it.
Again, that's not no one can. So that'll always be the answer. You can have 120 calls and they'll all say I can't afford it. Real quick, before I need numbers. Which one are you using? What's your
I haven't
dashboard?
been putting them in.
All right, yeah,
Oh,
we need that. That's
yeah,
required. I can't really give you much
yeah,
coaching.
yeah. No,
So
sure.
it's 100 a day, and then give me a give or take how many conversations out of that?
About 5 to 8.
Okay,
Two to
daily
eight.
5 to 8
Yeah.
new.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say five. And then how many days are you sending DMs?
I was sending 7 days.
Okay, that means 35. That means you're getting
Mhm.
140 conversations a month.
Yeah.
And then how many booked calls a month?
Uh, about 12.
Okay, and then how many of those close?
None in the
It's your
last month.
close. It's your close rate.
Yeah.
It's your sales calls. It's not the bookings.
Okay.
12 calls that you didn't close is way too low.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not closing the deals. So what is happening on these sales calls? If you want to get out of this rut, just answer as honestly as you can.
hmm So I think we discussed it last Monday. So I think there was this hesitation to go into the numbers.
Okay.
And so since then, and none of them, two of them basically, one of them said she wasn't even there for a sales call. And then the second one, she said, yeah, I didn't go into the numbers again because she said she's got a part-time job and also she's grieving for a partner, so it's not the right time. And she said she needs
That's
time.
one call. Just generally, what's the pattern here? 12 calls, not closing.
Yeah.
So not going into the
So
numbers.
mainly they can't afford it.
Again, that's not no one can. So that'll always be the answer. You can have 120 calls and they'll all say I can't afford it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not opening the wallet.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not opening one.
Before that, or upstream on the calls itself, how are you following the script? You're asking the exact words, word for word.
I think probably I've been so busy DMing that I haven't really had time to go through the material. So last week I used the time to also go through the material to really make sure. So I watched your videos and stuff like that. And it was better
Okay.
in the last one. And I think probably I think I followed the script
Mhm.
as it was,
Good.
apart from the fact that I didn't go into the numbers, and that was on a Wednesday.
Yes. So that's your thing. So you're not going into the numbers. We handled the mindset block on it, so that should hopefully change.
Yeah.
Then you're getting 12 appointments a month. That's plenty. It's
Mm,
plenty. If I doubled those appointments, it wouldn't change anything if you
mm.
continually don't use the process. So your issue here is one, you're not tracking. Two, you're not using the
I'm
sales script.
tracking. I haven't been putting it in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I know. So your DMing and your DMing efforts are improving, which is that's it. I mean, that's fine.
Mhm.
What you're doing on your DMing process is fine.
Mm,
But because like you're not going to DM 100 people a day for the rest of your business. You just got to get enough to where you consistently close 2 to 4 sales a month.
mm. I keep on also going back to my people in my group, and
Mhm.
so for example, I'm offering them saying, look, because you're part of the group, let's I offer you a 1 hour sort of looking at what's happening in your business.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I think the problem is that most of them are they know that it's going to lead to a sales call, so they don't respond. So I'm wondering, should I be calling them out, saying, "Look, what are you worried about? If you're worried about me selling to you, you have the option of saying no."
No, who
No.
cares? Like that's not the thing. You're getting them on the call. You're getting them on the call. Like, again, we got to look at it as a bird's eye view. You're worried about the one little guy who isn't hopping on the call, and we're sitting here talking about something that doesn't matter when we could be talking about the one thing that's causing the deals to not close.
Yeah.
Whole bird's eye picture.
Yeah.
Okay?
I I get that, and I appreciate that that's the problem, and I'm trying to work on it.
Yes.
But I'm
So to
also,
keep your mind focused, people will ghost you. Not everybody's going to say yes. You want to look at it as a holistic perspective. 100 DMs, so every 100 DMs you get maybe you said 5 conversations. Okay, that's fine. That adds up. You have 134 conversations a month. Your booking
Mhm,
rate, if it's 10 or 20%, you're going to get a percentage of booked calls. You're not going to increase your booking rates and your response rates overnight. They're going to gradually increase over time because of your skill and your collection of data. So what works, you're going to notice what works. When you DM, this works, and then you keep it. This doesn't work, you throw it away. And then now your response rate went from 5% to 10% because you found something that works. Then you're going to keep increasing it. But if I'm all I'm doing is like when I'm analyzing your everything, and this is why I want your data in the dashboard, not on a piece of paper, is because I'm looking at it as a funnel.
yeah.
Top of funnel, not broken. You're doing 100 DMs a day. That's not
Mhm,
broken. That's perfect.
mhm,
Then your conversations could be better. Everything can be improved, but it's plenty of conversations for you to work with. 134 a month is tons. Then 12 booked calls a month. Again, not perfect. You could do better, but that's not
mhm,
the bottleneck. Zero sales at the end of 12 calls. That's the bottleneck.
mhm.
That's the only bottleneck. That's the only one we need to focus on. That's the only one we need to think about.
Yeah.
You got to be, so it's called be above reproach. Do you know what that
Mm.
means?
No.
Okay. I used to have a sales manager. He said, be above reproach, meaning if your numbers are down or whatever, and I go and I look at your area as the salesperson, and I say, open your CRM, open your notes, show me the CRM, show me your Slack channels, show me your tools. And then you see, and if I see that your pipeline, you haven't moved any of the leads, you haven't made notes on any of them,
Mhm.
you haven't tracked anything, you have some things that are working, some things that are not, you've shit scattered everywhere. He's like, you're not innocent. You're not above reproach. Your shit isn't in order, right? And so, he would anytime I'd be like, "Hey man, I'm struggling to close these deals," he'd say, "Open up your CRM," and he'd say,
Yeah,
"Open up this
I
lead."
appreciate it.
What's that?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. But also, I'm getting a sense because I'm looking at the numbers myself, and sort of that's why I'm bringing it up, that
Yeah,
maybe I should be, instead of sending 100, maybe I should be sending less, but doing some qualification at the top of the funnel, so
yeah,
that, although I still don't know whether that's going to work or not, but some of them I found that they were in travel business. They weren't my ideal clients,
okay.
but they were in places where the coaches hang in.
Well, so pull up all your call notes.
Hmm.
Okay, so you want to, so anytime, so I don't have somebody telling me this stuff, so I do it on my own. I pull up all my call notes and I go through and I sift through all of them by hand. So when I say be above reproach, do you have your call notes?
Yeah, I do. I don't mean it. It doesn't reach the calls, so I eliminate them after they respond.
Yeah.
Then I go and check their profile, and then I realize, okay, they're not my ideal clients, so
Yeah.
I negate them. But on the calls as well, I transcribe them, I feed them into ChatGPT, sort of, as well as your script, and I say, what have I missed? And it sort of tells me. So I am doing the checks after each call.
Okay, so does ChatGPT know how a perfect call structure needs to go?
I've given it your script. Did I
Mm-mm.
follow the
No,
script?
you're not using it correctly. So, okay, here's what I want from you. This is why I say be above reproach. So this is exactly what I want from you.
Mm-hmm.
In the training, you have this thing, okay? For all 12 calls that you
Yeah.
took, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Do you have this?
I haven't I printed it finally because
No,
I
okay.
can't multitask
It's
on.
okay. I understand, but pause.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I can, so here's what I do. If I'm managing you as a sales person,
Right.
if you were a
Yeah.
salesperson, so first of all, I can't manage without this. Because why? This tells me everything I need to know right here. So if I go here and we have this checked off, 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 we have this checked off. We don't
Mm.
have that, we don't have that. Boom, 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 boom. It's like the way that
Yeah.
it's being taught is exactly how it should be done. Usually with most things. And the way I like, who's ever heard of six?
Yeah.
Ilias, you want to explain it briefly?
I wouldn't know how to explain it really. Sorry.
Six Sigma, let me
So neither would I.
I,
data-driven discipline methodology aimed at improving quality and efficiency by eliminating defects and reducing variation in business processes. They use it for uh, planes. Do you ever notice like 747 jets, commercial airliners rarely ever crash, if not ever? Like it's maybe once every 10 years you hear of one. All
Mhm.
right. Reason why is because they use the Six Sigma approach. Six Sigma means okay. The importance of an airliner going or of an airline, a commercial airline going into the air with hundreds of people in it are the mistakes are more dramatic if you make a mistake there, right? So
Mhm.
you can't really afford to be lazy. You can, it has to work. You can't not work. They'll die. Hundreds of fucking people will die. Okay? So there's not the level of precision is like exact. It's like a fucking fine-tooth comb. And so what Six Sigma does is they look at every screw that holds the plane together. They do a quality check. I think it's like 7 times. It's just over and over and over again, and they look for defects and they look for problems. Okay? Let me
I
look.
just shared
Take a
some
coffee
notes.
shop. Every morning you make 100 lattes. Some are too hot, some too cold. Some have too much milk. Customer complains. You're losing money and reputation. Six Sigma is a method for fixing that. Systematically, not by guessing. The core idea of the name comes from statistics.
Mm.
Excellent. Sigma is a measure of variation, how much your results scatter around the target. Six Sigma means your process is so consistent that you only produce 3.4 defects per million opportunities. That means if you made a million lattes, only 3 are bad.
Mhm.
In plain English, reduce mistakes, reduce variation. Do things right almost every time. Do things right almost every time. Okay? So the reason you would hire a coach is because they've already made the mistakes and they know what the mistakes are going to be. And so when you have a Six Sigma approach, for example, let's say like the if you didn't close a deal, the level of like loss is the same level of like a plane crashing into a mountain. Massive devastation. You would
It is.
you would operate your call differently, right? You would just
Yeah.
you wouldn't make mistakes. You're not allowed to.
I think for me, the problem is that they're all different.
The calls are different. The system's the same. You're
Yeah,
different every
the
time.
system is the same.
So
Yeah.
you can't, so it's like, yeah, every plane ride is different, man. That's what the pilot says. That's all different. I have a different method for every time I go up. Homie, everyone's gonna die if you do it that way. It's not different every time. It's the same every time. See, every sales call I do is the exact same. I don't care who the fuck you are.
Mm.
I think all of this ties to this idea of simplicity. Simplicity translates to scalability. And I think oftentimes we're struggling in our head because we don't think that people will pay 10K for something simple and stupid. We want to throw in some kind of complexity to
Mm-hmm.
justify the higher premium. In reality, like you said, they're
Yeah.
looking to reduce, something that's going to protect their time. They probably can do it themselves, but in the interest of protecting their time, they're outsourcing that to you.
Well, yeah, you're also you're looking for, like, I fucking have done so many sales calls and closed so many deals. You're looking you don't want to make all those same mistakes. So what I did is I packaged everything I know into a nice neat bundle, a way to do it, how to operate your calendar, how to take notes, how to make it to where almost every call closes every time. Your job is to do what with that information?
Use it,
Use
apply
it.
it.
Okay, with a little bit of your own flair?
No,
Mhm.
exactly.
No, exactly, precisely, a Six Sigma approach. And you know what? You would have closed 6 out of 12 calls, Majgan. And at what price point?
$7,500.
Okay, you would have made 45 grand in a month.
Damn it.
And you want to know why Shannon Bond, my client that does 100K a month at a 76% margin, does that? He doesn't veer from the process ever. He's a Six Sigma approach. That's why he's sculpted, like the dude's fucking jacked and rich, hot girlfriend in Thailand, travels the world, and makes a shit ton of money.
Mm.
Right? That's why. He doesn't fucking leave it to chance. All right? Follow it precisely. Follow the
Mhm.
process precisely. Okay? Don't leave it to chance.